Greetings from Albon. The first part of their scam is the classic bait and switch. In addition to luring you in with their low prices, the fabrics they show you and advertise about are not what they claim to be. Let's say you see the advertisement in the paper. They're flying into your area. Or perhaps they already have a nice retail store in your city. When you select the cloth, the bunches that they usually show you are these plastic covered booklets. Let's have a closer look. Here, the cloth is labeled Super 150s. A picture of a flag is present, indicating the origin. Labels are present indicating brand name, quality, cloth number, and here, right after the dash, the cost of the cloth in Hong Kong dollars per yard. 98 Hong Kong dollars, less than 13 US dollars for a Super 150s luxury merino wool cashmere with a brand name of Cesar Romeo. This is the cost per yard. I purchased this cloth from the vendor. Have a look at the invoice. It clearly shows the cloth number, the yards, price per yard, and total. They also give an additional discount of 15%, which makes the end cost to your Hong Kong tailor only $11 per yard. 11 US dollars. Most clients require 4 yards or less, larger gentlemen over 4 yards. If you compare prices from reputable cloth vendors, the real cost of a Super 150s with cashmere is well over 55 US dollars per yard. If your Hong Kong tailor has ever shown you cloths from books like these, they are without a doubt false, a lie. They are synthetic, polyester or some other industrial fiber, and perhaps a little wool, 5% or less, to make it look more real. Once you step up to a pricier suit, say Super 160s or 180s, these falsely labeled cloths are usually marked with a code of 240 or roundabouts. Their true quality is most likely Super 120s or 130s. And Hong Kong dollars 240 per yard is the market price for a genuine Super 130s cloth. The cloths are labeled higher than their true quality, their true value. The problem is so pervasive that these days you cannot tell what is real, what isn't. The only way to know for sure is to go to a testing facility where the actual fibers can be inspected. Hong Kong tailors know you will never test the cloth. How do they decide if they can get away with it? They go by feeling. Even if it's plastic, synthetic, if it looks and feels similar to wool or high quality cloth, sell it as such. This is their motto. It is common knowledge to all Hong Kong tailors, and it is clear to them when they pay the low price to the cloth vendor. It is obvious to them when they show you the cloth and suggest the cloth as a good cloth. The price code is quite clear to them. The little picture of a flag suggests Italy, England, or even France. The true origin is not. Rather, these cloths have been made in China, India, or Korea. The brand names are also a lie. The cloth vendors made up the names so they could sell it at a high price and help speed the sale of the cloth. They came up with the names that sounded Italian, also that you would believe that the cloth does indeed come from Europe. And they'll use names like Cesar, Hugo, Romeo, Marco Polo, Roma, Giovanni, any name that would lead you to believe them. To make it sound English, they use names such as Regal, Royal, Oaks. Lower, they indicate the origin of the cloth. They will use famous names of mill areas such as Biella in Italy, Huddersfield in England. All this makes the cloth they show you seem more authentic. The problem has grown so big that it has spread into China. I purchased this cloth at the local market for 4 US dollars a yard. The cloth companies instructed their manufacturers, supplier, to place false selvage on the ends. Now all the China mills copy the same way. This, having the ability to have any selvage you want, is common knowledge in the Hong Kong tailoring world. The fake cloth problem has gone so bad that nearly all vendors have placed false labels. If they do not lie as much as this particular vendor, they lie a little bit and bump up the quality. Label it as a higher grade, a higher quality. There are a few reputable cloth vendors in Hong Kong, honest people trying to earn a living. Unfortunately, most of them have been put out of business due to the unethical vendors. If a fake Super 150 could be bought as little as $11 per yard, and it's easy to pass them off to you as labeled, the genuine cloth vendors did not stand a chance. Most sales went to scammers. Whilst looking at the booklets, you can differentiate a different vendor by either the name on the cover or on the label where the cloth number is. Just prior to the cloth number is the abbreviation of the cloth vendor. Here it is RD. As I do not deal with this company, it was a little difficult for me to get these swatch books. Another vendor who I also do not do business with and was not able to get their booklets was in the local news not too long ago. A few years ago, this particular vendor with the abbreviation of KT got arrested by the customs authorities for selling cloths with the Xenia brand. The authorities confiscated the fake cloths and the owner was arrested. This is the reason most vendors create the brand names themselves. They don't want to get busted and lose their goods. During the past few decades, Hong Kong tailors have recruited several American retailers to resell their product, custom suits. There are hundreds of US tailors who actually just pass the orders they receive from you to Hong Kong tailors to manufacture. To accommodate, Hong Kong tailors now place the same fake cloth in nicer presentable bunches. They get rid of the real vendor's name and place their own, so it seems like their own cloth. More trustworthy in the eyes of the client. All cloth numbers and codes are hidden and changed. These better presentable books meant that Hong Kong tailors and US retailers could sell their suits at even higher prices. Cloth vendors got more sales. Everybody in the business chain is happy. Visit your tailor. Have a look at the booklet, the swatch you selected for your suit or coat, and have a look at the cost of the cloth. Most common with Hong Kong tailors are these plastic covered booklets, so chances are in your favor. See the cost of the cloth. See how much it is worth, and then compare it to how much you overpaid for it. Good day.